this carnivore yesterday managed to eat some spek wors. I found out it's spek and onion wors, which I didn't know there was onion in it. I was like, oh no, I don't. Anyway, so but they said they use onion powder, so I don't want to eat that anymore. But I like the spek part because it's a nice piece of fat inside it, and I quite enjoy that. But I'm going to have to make another plan. Plain wors, no additives. Anyway, this morning I woke up clock, couldn't get back to sleep, and then after 3 I got back to sleep, and then when I woke up this morning I was like, oh, stomach, but not diarrhea kind of upset, but my stomach itself. This fascinates me. Oh, here cause. Okay, so I'm busy with this horse, busy doing body work. So the method I use is called the fire horse method. I have just taken that name as my business, the fire horse method, because it's the year of the fire horse. So that's a Chinese Chinese New Year is on the 17th of Feb, and the Chinese horoscope, being a Christian, so it's just interesting, so just go with me for now, even though I use the word horoscope. But they use, there are 5 elements: fire, wood, air, ground, water. So they pair one of those 5 elements, which is the acupressure that you do on the horses as well, meridian lines acupressure. You use those elements as well. But these 12 animals that they use last year was the wood snake. This year is the fire horse. So it happens once every 60 years that you get a fire horse. So because I'm doing body work on horses, and I work with horses, and they have an amazing energy gift to a person. Yeah. And then the word fire is quite astounding as well. So the combination between horse and fire, it's a beautiful symbolism. And we know that God is really into horses. I mean, Jesus is coming back on a horse, and he talks in Job about the magnificence of a horse. So, so what this horse is actually doing, by the way, the snorting and the sounds he's making, is called releasing tension. So what I work on is the fascia through mechanoreceptors in the skin, in the fascia. But the mechanoreceptors and the fascias around all the organs, legs, bones, joints, muscles, nerves, veins, there's fascia everywhere. We are fascia with a bit of meat and bones inside. Yeah, so I had a train of thought in mind when I decided to do the live here, and now the train of thought is gone. I think I want to always speak carnivore stuff. I want to speak always about what one eats and what and the healing. So the body's healing. I'm on the 20th of March. I'm going to be 4 years into carnivore. I've had a bit of a hiccup this little time period because, like I said the last time, I've been eating chocolates, and also when I had that intense diarrhea for 4 days, I couldn't stop it. It wasn't like the too much fat diarrhea, which you can just stop eating fat and then the diarrhea stops. It was I couldn't stop it even with medication. So I ended up eating Mori biscuits, and then what I was afraid of, and which I was very afraid of, the Carnivore Quest had a failing with that. He did the carbs, and then you just fail. So I was very afraid that eating the biscuits would steal my habit to not eat carbs. And I had to eat Mari biscuits for like 3 days. It really helped, but it was like 3 days of Mari biscuits. And yeah, I can tell you that carb craving could come back. So I haven't stopped the chocolates because of that. I thought, okay, just give yourself something to crave that you shouldn't be eating. And I mean, yeah, okay. Maybe I wanted to talk about the fascia in the horse. So he's trying to groom me because it's a feel good feeling. So he is trying to groom me by licking me. I don't really like that, but he is trying to groom me because I'm making him feel good. So part of the fascia therapy, it's a very low key. I'm going to try and show you. Let me see if his shoulders here. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the sternum. So you look for the bony part of the bony part of the sternum. So the sternum, just like our sternum is connected to the ribs and everything, they're quite fascinating because the withers up top there is the top of the ribs, is the vertebrae that's connected to the ribs. And then the first rib is here, you can't reach it, it's behind this bone here. And the second, and then the third, the fourth rib you can touch at the top there. You can touch the third and fourth rib sometimes. So this, the vertebrae, which is connected to the ribs. The ribs are connected to the vertebrae. So I'm taking the sternum into my fingers. I'm taking the sternum, top of the sternum into my fingers. And what I'm doing is I'm just cupping my front fingers around the top of the sternum. And I take my thumb and I put it on the other side. So I'm cupping the sternum between my fingers and thumb. And so what I'm doing, wait, Boykie, wait. Boykie, wait. He's looking behind him. He's going to leave because he says he doesn't like what I'm doing. But I'm taking hold of the sternum and I'm inclining it that way in a pendiculating type of motion. I'm inclining the sternum that way and holding. So it's a push, pause, 2, 3, 4, and release, 2, 3, 4. I'm not sure if you can see me swaying. I'm going to pull it the other way, and then there's a lick and chew. Pull and pause, 2, 3, 4. The pausing is actually 2 times 4, so that's 8. And then there's another lick and chew. Release, lick and chew. So every time you have a lick and chew, it's because the system is resetting. So it's a neuro sway, a neurofeedback loop. The head shake is also released. So he's looking behind himself, 2 reasons. So he's looking at something or he's moving his body in that motion. So I will tell you that I'm going to ask him, can he look this side? And he can't look this side yet. So I'm going to stand on the other side and continue with this. There we go. Going to continue with the sternums. The sternums, there's only one sternum in a horse and I've now called it sternums. Okay, pulling him towards me, holding and releasing. We have a head shake, and we have another head shake, another big lick and chew, head shake, all of that. I'm going to actually go, so that if I was going to demo, I would carry on there, but I'm actually treating him. So I'm going to take hold of this point of shoulder and I'm going to push it across and up. And he's going to, yeah. So he's moving his feet around, so I'm going to push it across and up and then pull it back. Push it across and hold. I'm going to pause for 8, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and release into a sway. Oh, now you're just seeing me. Let's do it from this side. So I want this point of shoulder coming towards me and releasing. So the other thing I do, that would be, okay, let's do it this side, pandiculation. So it's a press and pause for 8 and release. Then you get pendulation. Pendulation is sway. So neuro sway, fascia sway, So you take hold of a bony area and you try and get a sway, which is great. You can see the legs moving. So with every slight sway movement, the fascia will only release its tension if you do it low key, below level. A lot of old fascia therapists got in there and really hurt the patients. You don't have to. We want to tell the fascia it's safe to let go. You don't have to hold. So if you press it hard, it goes ah. So we don't want to hold we don't want the fascia to hold. We want the fascia to say, oh, I need to release, and then it becomes very fluid, and we're activating the fourth phase of water, which is a gel state of water. So this is the pendulating. So the fire horse method uses subtitle pendulating a perfect posture, either in stationary or in motion. So he's bending his neck this way, so I'm aware of that. I might pendulate his neck. Yeah. So just to carnivore at work is what I must change my channel. I think I'll change my channel name. My YouTube name is carnivore at work. Yeah. Yay. So they're very blocked. So we got a nice swaying going, and then he blocked, walked away, but he's licking and chewing. So I'm going to ask him from the other side maybe. Yes. Carnivore at work with her fire horse method. Oh, guys, you could please pray for me. I need to make a lot of money. I've got to save up for my knee op. And it's like 170,000 rand. It's probably more now because that quote came from last year. Yeah, so I need to save up for the knee op. And then also for income for the month that I need to recover. Hi, how are you? Oh, good. Oh, okay, so I don't know if you saw the rider there. I think I'm going to probably end the chat because I don't really want to talk out loud if she's just riding. But I'm probably going to end the live. But yes, please pray for me for the savings of my save. No, I don't know if I've got data. Okay. Thanks, guys.